Well, I listened to your interview on the Jackson podcast recently.
Okay.
With Rampage Jackson and I forgot the other guy's name.
Bear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, I remember when we did our first interview, we talked about Heath Ledger.
Mm.
And even then, and I don't think you ever corrected me, I assumed, like most of the rest of the world, is that when Heath Ledger died, it was like right after the filming or during the filming of Batman and his Joker role, and he got so dark in his role and it just consumed him. But what you pointed out was that he was already working on his next film, and the Joker was a while back.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people, again, the through line today is what people want to believe.
Yeah, the conspiracy.
They try to believe that conspiracy. If you're going to believe a conspiracy, you're going to find one. And no matter what the truth is, people would rather paint the conspiracy that the dark images of doing the Joker brought him to his demise. It's just not true. Heath Ledger was having fun on set. He wasn't in character all the time, and it showed by his performance. He was having fun. There's times where I and other people wanted to leave him alone, and he's engaging. He's like, we're doing magic tricks. Every time I would leave to do a movie, I would practice magic tricks, and I'd go to the local magic shop wherever I am, and my kids, I would do another tricks, and he was the same way. And so we were doing nothing but magic tricks in our spare time. He was never always in character. He was a fun-loving dude. Like when he's doing the thing where he's got the hand sanitizer, that's for him fucking around. You know what I mean? So people want to paint that because it buys into their narrative. It's not the truth. He was doing Imagineering of Dr. Parnassus when he passed away. And if anyone wants to learn anything about that, is that if you have sleep aids and you get used to sleep aids, right? And that becomes your thing. You're taking more than one Ambien, and that's your thing. You get to sleep that way. And then all of a sudden you have an injury like this, and you take one little medication for that injury, but now that's in addition to your Ambien. That's enough to take you out. So, fair warning to people. I am by far nowhere near, I don't take drugs. You can't get me to take an aspirin. But there was a time where I almost made that mistake. I had a sleep aid one time, and there was a painkiller, like a basic one, but I almost was in the red area of making that mistake. And I'm like, I'm a guy who I don't take nothing. And so it's very easy. I know a lot of people OD'd by that because they're not thinking, because they have a routine of taking something. And I'm like, I know so many people are taking something, whether it's sleep or, things to, even things to cope, like coping, whatever, but they don't realize there's certain chemicals in both drugs that one drug might have some connection to the other, and now you've overdosed. So if there's anything to learn from that, I want people to know that's a possibility. And this dude was not like visited by the spirit of the Joker.
Well, you said you actually helped him develop the Joker voice.
No, I wouldn't say helped him develop, but
he ran it by you.
Yeah. He absolutely did. Which, like, he would ask me and other people on set, "What do you think of that take?" I'm like seriously. So since he's right up on me and he's playing with his voice, right? And he did he did some voice that was very much like Tom Waits, right? And I'm going, whoa. And when he did that register, I was like, well, that makes me look at you like, shit, where's this guy from? He says, you think so? I'm like, and that happened to be the take that they used, that very Tom Waits voice. So he was playing. He was, experimenting. And for him to ask me, I'm like, shoot, like, That's giving me a lot of credit, and you're respecting what I think. But I mean, but that's the way to be. I mean, I think he was really open. He was a really nice dude. No ego whatsoever.
Well, The Dark Knight, I think most people consider that to be the greatest Batman movie.
I think so.
Yeah. Did you interact with Christian Bale at all?
Briefly, we didn't. Yeah, there was things that were cut out because I think they wanted to preserve Heath Ledger's performance. So there were other people in that movie that parts were kind of diminished as well.
If you were to list your favorite Jokers from best to worst.
I hate answering this.
Really?
I hate answering this but I got to be honest, man. Joaquin.
So there's Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix, Jack Nicholson, Jared Leto,
Joaquin,
and Cesar Romero, who did the Batman series back in the 60s.
Just what Joaquin did in that Joker movie.
Okay, so Joaquin number one.
Outstanding. It was just another level.
Who's number two?
Oh, Heath Ledger, yeah, absolutely number two.
So you would put Heath Ledger over Jack Nicholson?
Yes, I would, absolutely.
I would too.
Yeah.
In fact, I would put Heath Ledger over Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay, I mean,
that's my opinion. Yeah.
I know, I think this is unfair because
I know Joaquin has a whole movie.
Yeah,
now,
he has a whole
and we'll
movie.
now have a second movie. I get it.
Yeah.
I get
it. And again, I know Heath's process was he's doing things to see what sticks. So I have a little bit of inside information on that. But Joaquin, oh my goodness, to be able to be that flawed of a lead, and my God, I'm rooting for this psychopath. I'm rooting for us. I know he just killed his mother in front of her child, and I'm rooting for him. I'm sorry, chills.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to do that and identify the psyche, and I'm sorry, there's not many performances like that. And he became a hero of every downtrodden person that watched that movie.
Oh yeah, that scene in the subway where he commits his first murder.
A hero.
I watched it over so many times. I'm like, damn, he killed that scene. Damn, he killed that scene.
How are you not judging him first? How are you not? How are you not?
Because I feel like
he blew Robert De Niro's head off.
Yeah.
On a TV show.
Do you know why? I'll answer the question. I'll answer this question for you.
And we still rooted for him.
I feel, to me, the mark of a great actor is that you completely forget who he is.
Exactly.
And I feel when I'm watching Heath Ledger, I do not think of this as that pretty boy blonde guy who was in A Knight's Tale. That this guy so transformed himself into a totally different human being.
He did.
That when I watch Joaquin Phoenix, I still think he's Joaquin Phoenix. And I think about his other roles and they're, like, for example, him being the villain in Gladiator and stuff like that. I think there's some similarities.
I felt like he would deserve the Oscar for that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I really did.
Absolutely. But I'm saying, like, I still see Joaquin Phoenix. When I watch Heath Ledger, I forget it's Heath Ledger. That's it. That's my take. I can see the argument for both cases.
Both can be true.
Yeah, both are great roles.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I no longer saw Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
True. But, yeah, that's true. But my goodness. In the history of film, I don't think I've seen very many things the level that Heath Ledger, that Joaquin did. I mean, that goes up with Charlize Theron and a few other people that I go, oh my God, they just, because Charlize in Monster, and there's a few performances that that take you there.